Hi Taurus, welcome in to your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of March 2023. I do want to sincerely thank you so much for joining me for this reading, for your amazing presence. But as we proceed, do keep in mind this is general for your month, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. They're saying apply it as you may or as you should, but I do more than appreciate the love and support, the likes, the comments, and of course subscriptions to the channel if you haven't joined this Taurus tribe already. Now to jump right into it, we do have some pre-pulled cards, as you can see, 2 small money and career oracles, and then 3 tarot of dreams to begin a layered spread for your month. But I did channel an overall message for us because I do have Taurus in my Mars, which, as you know, or even if you don't, speaks upon your career, all right, what kind of employee, business owner you are. But the message is financial freedom on your way to so much success. Financial freedom on your way to so much success. Beautiful. Who doesn't want to hear that? But to begin, the first oracle is more than expected. So the month of March, don't be surprised when you, and I feel like you will even after this reading, even after me saying this, but you will be gaining more than expected when it comes to money, when it comes to your career success. For business owners, I feel like there's more attention, more praise, compliments. Word of mouth is what I'm getting. People spreading your name or your business name or both. They're saying rapidly. And I do feel as if there's a focus on something growing, on numbers going up. I feel like something's working in your favor, a sense of the wheel churning in your favor, right, to your advantage. I feel like good karma is coming back to help you, but I also do feel as if even if you're working one, if not multiple day-to-day jobs, you could be running a business and working a day-to-day job like me, but I do feel as if through whatever company or companies you're working for, you are seeing more than expected as far as success. You could find a bonus comes to be for oneself. It could be a raise for some. You may even find that numbers are going up through that job or multiple jobs. But I do feel like there's compliments, praise coming through. It could be online for some, naturally. It could be through the work environment from one, if not multiple authority figures. I want to say coworkers, customers, clientele, you name it. But I just feel like this is a very happy month for you. If you look at the smiley face and being drawn to it, I feel as if when there's more than expected, even the expected success, expected money floating in, coming in for oneself, I feel like that even makes you happy. So I feel like there's this continuous or random moments of happiness due to you succeeding in a multitude of ways. But we also have millionaire in the making. Beautiful. I would watch the Leo reading, as I believe that was one of their 2 oracles as well. It's a month that shows you proof, evidence that you are simply a millionaire in the making, all right? But this month just shows you the step-by-step process, how to get to that point. Interesting, didn't expect that. But I feel like it's not the month per se where you will see oneself taking honor, achieving that millionaire status, right? But it is a month that reminds you to deserve the consistent flow of money, the ebb and flow naturally, the in and out of your finances, right? You got to spend at times. But I do feel as if the money flowing in for you specifically feels like quite consistently or just in random amounts throughout the month, some expected, some not. You are being pushed to remember or realize that you do have this very rich future, very wealthy future ahead for oneself, all right? They're saying embody the mindset of a millionaire either way, and this will help you manifest more and more of what you desire, all right? But I do feel like there's a sense of you needing to balance things out because you could find oneself quite easily reaching a burnout because say you make money here, you make money there, unexpected income here, more success for your business and or your job or jobs here and there, and then you want to pick up an extra shift or you put in extra hours for your business or both. And do you see what I'm saying? So just try to find the balance in all. You do need to have some rest, some replenishment and self-care in your downtime wrapped up into it all. They're saying in the blank spaces so that you can produce quality work and not feel completely burnt out. All right, got to take care of your well-being. But to jump into the tarot, we have the Emperor. Beautiful. a very bold and strong way about how you produce, develop, but a peaceful note to it all. Again, I would watch the Leo reading. Theirs was about peaceful abundance. But if you look at this imagery, I feel like when you produce, develop, create, when you do what you do and do it well in a very talented manner, I feel like you're being reminded, okay, specifically, but I feel like in the eyes of others, in the ears of others, that you're being viewed and heard, digested as a pillar of golden success. And I truly feel like there's just a feeling that you touch something, the Midas touch is what I'm getting, and you turn it to gold. All right, you speak something with conviction, and you convey something to gold. Very interesting. I feel like you just know what you're doing and you do it well. There's a sense of some of which in the beginning stages of a job are just maybe just past that point, or even the beginning stages of getting a business off the ground, and you're sort of learning along the way, or just, maybe a question or two pops up that you have to kind of swallow your pride and ask to make sure something's done right, or just to perfect something. But it's this feeling that 99% of the time, you know what you're doing. If you're a business owner who's experienced and it's not the beginning stages of that business for oneself, I feel like you're still learning and growing and figuring things out along the way. But I sense that you have pretty much perfected what you would consider your craft, right? Whatever services or product or products you are providing. But I feel like there's just, again, different levels of success that you're on your way towards, but also are experiencing throughout this month because, again, you have that golden touch and you know what you're doing and not shy of the hard work all the meanwhile. But we have the Seven of Cups to shift on forward to the second tarot. So I do feel like this is one speaking upon all that you have to accomplish. I feel like it's going to be a busy month for you overall if you were to look at it from a bird's eye perspective. But I do feel like there's a sense of you needing to tap into that innate ability to multitask, to prioritize, needing to write things down. When you get an idea, even if it's, say, something you need to get at the grocery store or just the store in general, or an errand you need to run, you might want to plan out, what you need to or should be aiming to accomplish throughout that specific day or specific week, because I feel like you have a lot going on in your external reality to accomplish, to balance out, but then a lot going on in your mind and then your spirituality, and then the intuitive hits you're getting, and then the memories that come that pop back up. Just breathe and write things down, and it keep you feeling more organized. And that's, I feel, one key part to you feeling on point, all right, and feeling more balanced and grounded through it all. And there is a focus on you needing to keep your work environment, but more so your home life. They're specifying one room in particular for you individually that needs to be kept tidy. Keep it clean and organized, because I feel as if this is going to truly affect your mindset and how you produce and develop the quality of your work, in one way or the other. So just try to keep things tidy once again. But I just feel like you're accomplishing a lot, and I feel like those of which looking for a business expansion and or a new job, a new opportunity, feels like we'll just label it as a door opening for you specifically. You have a lot of options, right? There might be something that's going to change moving forward. Say it's a move of residence, say it's a career shift that is meant to happen down the line. I want to say a year or multiple years down the road, but it's just not the time yet. And Spirit's going to push you to watch certain content online, or just at times it may come through your dreams, or one in particular. It may be more so other social media content, or I want to say a commercial even, that's going to push you to remember that this goal is something to keep in mind when you feel the need to overspend or want to, right? So it could save out of respect for future changes or one in particular, but also to keep in mind that there's a lot of beautiful, beneficial changes on the horizon for you to see you living your best life, right? I feel like those of which drawn to the reading are being reminded as well. You deserve, if not a mansion, a really nicely done big house for oneself, where you have that security of that roof over your head, and just something to come back to, say, when you finish up your day-to-day job or just running your business. But I also feel like you are feeling the desire for my business owners working from home desiring a location down the road. Say it doesn't happen throughout this month. I feel like it probably won't, but desiring a new location, an office location for oneself where you can just escape the distractions or just the factors outside of you at home, or just that situation to go in a quiet, environment, a peaceful environment, energy-wise, get your work done. And I totally respect and get that. But Spirit's saying that will happen when it's meant to, right? I feel like there's a few steps in between that. But moving on forward, we have the Priestess card, the High Priestess. So I do feel like it's a very spiritually connected month for you that could be wrapped up into your work like it is for me. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a tarot reader, a healer, something of the sort. I'm hearing Reiki. But I do feel as if you are naturally very intuitive, being a Taurus, being drawn to this reading. And that again could be wrapped up and utilized for your work in one way, if not multiple ways. But I do feel like either way, when it comes to spending money, when it comes to saving money, making money, when you're at work, when you're wrapped up with your business, however it works for you, it feels in more than one situation, more than one moment throughout the month, you're going to need to tap into your intuition and ask oneself, is this worth spending my money? Is this going to be a smart choice to pick up this extra shift? Should I speak up at this point, right? Should I be associating myself with this person, or, right, is this the right time to get this done? Stuff of that nature. And I do feel as if I'm hearing intuitively, I feel as if I should give myself extra time to commute. Stuff like this is going to be quite key for you. And I feel like on top of it all, you're getting certain intuitive hits throughout the month that need to be wholeheartedly trusted in regards to the future of your business, the future of your career in general, your job, your future within that company, I want to say, and potentially who to trust and who not to trust at work and or at home. And again, intuitive hits in regards to your money. And I do feel as if some of you, that's one of the reminders that you do have a very wealthy future ahead for you, that you're meant to go the distance. And I feel like people even recognize that you're meant to go places, and that feels good in and of itself. Let's keep pulling. I do feel like being drawn to this reading, energy is going to affect you. All right, we have another major arcana, strength. I do feel as if you are being reminded to cleanse your energy, to steer clear of, to the best of your ability, people, energies that are just a little bit nervous or just not the best for you to be associated with. A very Six of Swords vibe when need be, whether it's at home and or at work. When things feel a little rough in energy, or you just feel a little bit out of whack energy-wise, or your mindset isn't perfect, I would just, or a little bit irritable or just anxious, step away, sail away from that situation for the time being so you can feel more at ease, come back to oneself, raise your vibration if need be, and therefore you can come back and more productively, efficiently accomplish what you need to, or just feel better, right? You owe it to oneself. And there may even be a destination or something you cross paths with, stumble across, say on that walk in the middle of your workday, or just where you head to escape the home situation. There's something of importance, I feel like, at one, if not multiple points that, it just reminds you everything happens for a reason, right? But the strength card, talking about how at times you do have to dig for your inner strength. There is part of you within that feels a little bit annoyed with certain factors at home and or at work, but don't let it get the best of you, and just realign your focus towards what's more in your control, what feels healthier. And again, if need be, sail away for a temporary time. They're saying something isn't meant to last forever, so keep that in mind. But we have the Seven of Wands as well. So I feel like there's moments throughout the month where when it comes to all that you have to accomplish, all that's coming towards you, could be a busy day at work, say, a busy week, a lot of customers and clientele, which is positive, right? Coming towards you for your business. But at times it can feel a little bit overwhelming. So we need to just kind of breathe. And especially if on top of it all, energy is affecting you, your spirituality could be affecting you, then that just feels like a lot to handle, to manage. But it feels like either way, I feel like for a lot drawn to the reading, at home and or at work, even through your dreams at times, if not consistently like me, you're going to have to, cope and deal with that. Tapping into certain strategies you've developed, created over time to just kind of, again, deal with it to the best of your ability. But it does feel like there's a passionate fresh start. Could be within an existing continuing situation for your work, or your home life, I want to say. but this could be more so you planning for a passionate new beginning, thinking about once again that move of residence or that career switch up for you moving forward. But I don't feel like it's the time just yet for a lot drawn to the reading. But I feel like there's a beauty in how you connect with people. People feeling quite drawn into your personality, your work, the way you convey, I want to say, having a voice of importance, the way you heal people for some. But I also just feel like there's a love for the work you produce, develop in a very golden way, in also a very strong way, right? The maturity that comes through your work, through when you bond with people at work and or at home, that also is leaving you people with good impressions of you. Okay, people wanting more. For some of you, religion might come into play throughout the month, even if it's not yours per se. Interesting. I do feel as if there is a need to protect your energy once again, either way. Look at that, the lovers. I'm going to put this right at the top because I feel like it's a month where people are honoring you, people are loving your energy, your personality, your looks, I want to say, your work. People are loving the vibe about you, right? So even more so beneficial for you to keep that high vibration where it's meant to be. Don't let outside factors, energy, your spirituality, a busy workload, a busy work day, don't allow any of which to dim your light, to dim your glow, or just put out that passion within, or adjust your vibration in a negative sense. All right, you owe it to oneself to keep things feeling good, right? It makes the world of a difference, and it definitely can affect your work that you produce, develop, whatever you create, right? They're saying a hobby might come to mind, and this might be a good way to get a release, potentially in a creative way. I already am getting intuitively what it is for me. But I do feel as if there are some important decisions to make throughout the month. It could be one big decision for you in particular. It could be in regards to whether to stick with a company, a job, whether or not to take on a job. If a door, if not multiple, are opening for you, giving you that decision to make. It could be in regards to your finances. But I do feel like even if there isn't or is one big important decision for you, there are small decisions time and time again throughout the month, moment after moment, where you need to be, again, tapping into your intuition, reiterating, is this worth spending my money on? Is this going to be frivolous and take me further away from reaching that important goal for myself, or those multiple goals? Is this going to be smart to put this money aside? Should I pay off this bill now? Right? But I do feel like there is a maturity about how you're managing your financial, they're saying burdens, okay? So like your debt, bills, I mean, that's just life. But I do feel like you're also thinking about how to successfully make your way to a rich future, but also clear out any burdens financially, like debt and stuff of that nature. But I do feel like there's a contract in the future that's going to benefit you greatly. Either comfort, it could be more success, it could be both. But I do feel like my entrepreneur Taurus is drawn to the reading. You are meant to be so damn successful through that business, all right? Even if you're just starting it, or you gained that business idea throughout this month or recently, start it when you're meant to. But I do feel like that's going to go the distance. But I do feel like there's also some Tauruses drawn to the reading that are meant to work multiple day-to-day jobs and get themselves in a very hardworking way towards that financial comfort, financial freedom. But I also am sensing some Tauruses drawn to the reading are meant to climb that corporate ladder and make their way towards an ideal position that reaps in so much financial and material rewards, all right? Regardless of how you individually are meant to achieve this financial freedom, it's going to happen, right? Being drawn to this reading. There's no coincidence that you were drawn here. I don't believe in coincidences. But the Temperance card, I do feel like, again, you need to have patience and implement that balance when it comes to factors outside of you, when it comes to all that you have to achieve, all that you have going on, that you're balancing out. The Four of Cups, I feel like you're being reminded that you are not meant to associate oneself with certain energies, right? Or I feel like the success that's coming to be, the progress that's coming to be as well throughout this month, reminds you of a past opportunity, whether it was work, it could have been a living situation, but it feels very career oriented. Why that didn't last, okay? Why it could have been a tower moment, or just you put it to rest for oneself. Could have been multiple situations that you're being reminded of. but it just feels like you're wrapped up with what you're meant to throughout this month. Look at that, the Hierophant. I almost said a second High Priestess. But I just feel like you are being reminded once again, this is a very intuitive month that reminds you that change is a must, right? Past changes, upcoming changes that you're preparing for. And I feel like little twists and turns and potentially things you have to adjust and adapt to throughout the month, but will do so with a level of experience and knowledge applied through it all. All right. This is a month that reminds you in a very strong and bold way that you are meant to be so successful, right? On your way to so much success, and the end goal will leave you with so much financial freedom. All right. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, and I'll see you next time.